Hey guys, what's up? It's Deniz from Deniz World of Bodybuilding. Today I want to do an interesting video, I think, because when we do our Mr. Olympia predictions, we always name the same guys basically, because it seems like most of the Olympia winners have a long run, okay? Like for example, Dorian, Ronnie Coleman, Lee Haney, and so on. And Arnold, of course, back then. But I think what some of you guys forget is that there is one thing that cannot be changed and that everybody has to go with, and that is age. And I checked, the current age, not the current age, in the year 2018, how old these athletes will get. So some of them, most of them, they are not at that age yet, but they will get to that age, because I wanted to have the same metrics and same judgment for all those guys. So I talk about the 2018 final ages of these top athletes. So we will see, and you can comment below who will retire the first, but I think it's very, very clear who will retire the first. I would be surprised if not. But let's start with Big Ramy. Big Ramy gets second at his last Olympia, and Big Ramy has a big future in the sport. Not only because he is that big and is maturing, but he will get 34 years of age this year. So with 34, he has still, like let's say 2-3 years till he gets Mr. Olympia, and then he has enough times to win the Olympia a couple times. So Big Ramy has a big future, I think, still. Let's talk about William. William is some of those guys too. William is 35. He will get 36 years of age. And with 36 years of age, right now he seems to be on his peak, more or less, and I think that he definitely too has a big chance to step up his game and evolve. So these two guys I mentioned have a still, relatively long time to go in this sport. And Brandon Curry too, he will get 36 years of age too this year. So Brandon, who made crazy gains in the last few years, will have a future too. All of them are top athletes, but you know what I'm saying. So they will be staying in this sport for a long time, I think. Next guy is Cedric McMillian. A lot of people are mentioning him a lot of times because he won the Arnolds last year, but Cedric will get 41 years of age, so he is not that young anymore. I hope that before he really, will have some muscle atrophy and he is, not decreasing, but not increasing with muscle mass, but starts to, fall back a little and is decreasing with his muscle mass. I hope that till then he will finally will get into bodybuilding, top bodybuilding conditioning, and not guest posing conditioning, because that would be very, very sad if he, let's say, would retire and we would say, man, what would have happened if Cedric would have gone, into crazy shape like Dorian, or I don't know, like Ronnie back then in his peak. I think and I hope that he will nail it in the near future. Deniz Wolf. Deniz Wolf just came back. He is one of those guys that not only has the mass, when he's there, not right now, because right now he made a comeback. He still needs to regain his mass, but on his best days he was very massive, tall, but also had a great X-frame, a great aesthetic physique. His structure was on spot. He will get 40 years of age this year, so he still has, I think, anywhere from 3 to 5 years in the sport. And one thing also is that maybe some of those guys want to retire as a competitive bodybuilder when they're 40, some of them when they're 45. And also one aspect is how long can the body handle it all before having muscle atrophy and before decreasing in size. So it's, I think, an individual thing too. But I think that Deniz definitely has 3 to 5 years in this sport. Now we come to something very, very interesting. Dexter Jackson. Dexter Jackson is really on top of the game, and he is 48 and he will get 49 years of age. He will get 49 years old to this year. This is just amazing. So next year he will get 50. And if he still manages to stay on top, which seems like it will be like that, I think that is something that we all have to appreciate. Because it's not like he's coming back after a long time. He is still there. And he still on top with 49 years of age this year. That's something that really, I think Dexter's the most consistent bodybuilder ever. Now let's come to Justin Compton. Stepping from 49 to 30 years. So Justin Compton will get 30 years old this year. So he has a bright future. He had some problems this year, some health problems. If he can fix it, those health issues, I think he definitely has a long way to go in this sport. Not forget him. Great legs, great upper body. Kai Greene. Most of the bodybuilding fans, they want Kai Greene to come back. Probably even more than guys, wanting Phil Heath to stay the champ. They want Kai Greene to come back. But Kai Greene seems to get 43 years old this year. Why I say seems to get? Because in the internet you can read numerous things about that. Phil Heath started the debate one day too, that he is way older than he claims. It seems like he claims nothing, but in the internet sources it seems like he gets 43 years of age, which I kind of believe. He doesn't look much older than that, and not much younger than that. So I think 43 is accurate for him. And that means too that really, Kai, if you want to compete, please compete this year. You're not getting younger, you're getting older like everyone else, but you're not 35 anymore, you'll get 43. Now, Nathan D'Asha. So I skip from young to old, from old to young, and now I skip to young again. Nathan D'Asha, I think, has a great future in the sport, not only because he's that young, but he's also having a great structure, and he will only get 30 years of age, and that's amazing. So he has a lot of years in the sport if he can stay healthy and make those improvements. His muscles already look good, already look mature, and they will only get better, Now let's go to the champ, Phil Heath. Phil Heath will get 39 years of age. His goal is 10 Mr. Olympias, so this year it will be the 8th one. Then we have 9, then we have 10 in 2020. And that's basically it, if he can do it. Then he would be 42. I think that would be a perfect time to step out of the game. And this means the champ is getting old too, But he still has those 3 years which he wants. Shawn Rhoden, couldn't make the Arnold Classic Ohio this year because of health issues. I hope he can come back like he used to, and he will do some damage at this Olympia. He will get 43 years of age, so he is not one of the youngest anymore. He's one of the older guys. Really one of the oldest. He doesn't seem like that, but he really is. So, Shawn, I hope you won't be, remembered as the uncrowned Mr. Olympia, but let's see. Roelly Winklaar. Roelly Winklaar just won the Arnold Classic Australia, and I think he is on fire. He's just so massive, and I think, having the mass, and then when he has a great conditioning, he will do damage at the Olympia too. I think he will move up to places. And he will get 41 years of age. So that's his time right now, He doesn't have like, okay, I wait 4 or 5 years till Phil retires and everything like that. I think now it's the time for Roelly. Then, we have another young guy. I didn't want to skip him because I heard about him too. Hakeem Williams. Hakeem Williams will get 34 years of age. But to be honest, I don't think, that's nothing, personally against Hakeem. But I don't think that Hakeem Williams will ever get the Mr. Olympia title. I don't think that way. Looking at his structure and everything, it seems impossible for me. But that doesn't mean that he will get a good pro or anything like that. He's strong as hell, and he's improving, and he's young in the sport. He will get 34, but I don't see the potential to be on the very, very top for him. You don't have to be, of course. So guys, I talked about 13 pros in about 30 minutes, so I did it in 12 minutes. I hope you liked it. Of course, there were other pros too. I maybe forgot, but I wanted to do this video because, we talk about all those guys, but from time to time, the current top pros, especially guys like Dexter, who will get 49, they will retire. And then we have other guys moving up the spots, and also other guys coming into the top spots, new guys like Nathan Diaz, Brandon maybe, and Justin Compton, and also guys I didn't mention. So it's a moving, scene. It's a moving sport. It will always change. Nobody will remain number one forever. Subscribe to my channel. Write in your opinion in the comment section. Bye.